Today, I want to talk to you about building a resilient mindset. I want to talk about what resilience actually is, why it's important, and what we can do to become more resilient. Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Daniel James, and if you are new here, welcome. Let's dive straight in. Building a resilient mindset. Now, there's 3 C's that contribute to success and failure in life. They are confidence, capability, and consistency, or put another way, mindset, skill set, and habits. Today, I just want to focus on the mindset side of things. But first, let's just start off with what it actually means to be resilient. Now, resilience, according to the Cambridge Dictionary, is the quality of being able to return quickly to a previously good condition after a problem. Now, there's 2 things here I just want to highlight. Previously good condition. I don't agree with this definition at all because I do not believe that resilience is returning quickly back to a previously good condition. So for today's episode and also moving forward, I'd like you to think of resilience as this. And this is from the School of Life definition. I cannot remember where I learned this definition. It was on a podcast I was listening to myself. But as soon as I heard it, I was like, yes, I'm taking that, I'm using it, I'm implementing it, and it's changed everything for me. So we're going to work with this. It's the quality of being able to emerge enhanced from difficult experiences. True resilience is not about bouncing back to where you were, but rather bouncing forward and evolving from the lessons that we learned. So let's just highlight this. It's about emerging enhanced and bouncing forward and evolving. That's what true resilience is. Because anytime you've had a setback in your life, I guarantee you that you never went back to the previous definition of a previously good condition. I guarantee you that you didn't. I promise you that you'd have emerged enhanced from that experience because it's impossible not to. You can't go through something in your life and then not change from it. My goal today is to help you actually evolve and bounce forward by knowing how to do it. Because a lot of people do go through certain things and they never quite go back to how they were before. They're not quite the same. Their confidence gets knocked. Whereas I want something to happen to you and you understand, wow, okay, I'm going to build this resilience muscle. I'm going to bounce forward. I'm going to emerge enhanced despite what's happened. I'm going to move forward. I'm going to build that resilience. I'm going to keep on going. Because times when you're struggling are the times when you find out what you're made of. You can do all this self-improvement. You can go on the journey of learning all these skills, but until you're faced with a tough challenge, you're not going to know what you're actually made of. And maybe right now you don't have the skills. Maybe the universe is putting this challenge in front of you so that you can develop these skills for a future challenge that it's got ready for you. Smooth seas make poor sailors. You've got to be tested in life. We know that life is tough. We know that life's going to throw us curveballs. So if we can understand this and develop the resilience, we are going to glide through these challenges a lot smoother. If we don't, we can get smacked around to those bobby seas. So resilience, why is it actually important? Why is resilience so important? It's the skill set, keyword here, skill set. Skill set, meaning it can be developed. It's not something you're born with, it is a skill set. Yes, you're born with some resilience, yes. But what you're born with doesn't mean that you're capped. It is a skill set, you can develop it. It's a skill set that allows us to effectively navigate the inevitable changes, challenges, and complexities of life. Again, inevitable. We are going to face challenges. Every single person walking this planet is going to face challenges, changes, and complexities. Everyone. It's unavoidable. Even if you try to avoid these things, you are going to face challenges. Because the sheer avoidance of these things will give you challenges. And it will force you into change. Resilience should be seen as a necessary tool for growth and learning. Understanding that, yes, we're trying to grow, we're trying to develop, but resilience should be something that we're trying to develop as well. But it is innate within us. We are all born with resilience. We are all born with resilience. If you don't believe me, how about learning to walk? When you first learned to walk as a baby, you'd have had no conscious ability to critically think and evaluate the situation. You'd have tried to walk, you would have fallen, and something innate within you would have got you back up and you'd have tried again. You'd have bounced forward, you'd have evolved, you'd have become enhanced from the situation. That is why you're able to walk right now. So you are born with resilience. You may not have known this, but now you know, you then can't unknow it. You can't unlearn it. You can't be ignorant. You have resilience. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been walking. Here's another example, riding a bike. Hey guys, if you're enjoying this video, please smash that thumbs up button. It helps with the YouTube algorithm to get the video out there to help more people that may need to hear this message. If you don't want to miss any future episodes, hit that subscription button. And now back to the episode. Now, again, when you learn to ride a bike, maybe you were 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years old, slightly older. You've got more of an ability to think. But still, you had the resilience. You would have fallen off. You'd have dusted yourself off, maybe had a cry, and then you went again. You got back up. You kept getting back up again. Because you've got that resilience within you. We all do. We have to. We're not designed to just play small. That's not what we are designed to do. We're designed to emerge enhanced from the experiences and the challenges that we experience in life. Making friends. When you first made friends in school, maybe it's a sports team, maybe it's a new job. Really, really uncomfortable. But the more that you do it, the easier it becomes. Now, hopefully as an adult, yes, you may have some social anxiety. I'm not saying that goes away. But you understand how to go into a situation and start a conversation. You know how to converse with someone. Why? Because you've done it so many times, you've emerged enhanced. You now don't fear it to the point where you can't do it. And the more you practice it and the more you lean into this and build that resilience, the less you're going to have the anxiety around it. Because potentially you have the anxiety around it because you haven't actually learnt how to converse properly. You've been avoiding it. And as I mentioned, if you avoid something, it brings its own challenges. And the challenge is it causes you to feel a bit socially awkward, gives you a bit of anxiety going into social situations. Whereas if every single time you go into these situations, you're looking for little golden nuggets to become enhanced, that's going to help you each time you come into these interactions. And then finally, just learning itself. Every time you're learning, you're testing. Do I agree with this? Do I not agree with this? And then you emerge enhanced. And as I mentioned, smooth seas make poor sailors. That's not what we want in life. We don't just want to cruise along. That's not what life's about. You are in a magnificent boat and you are moving forward in life. If you're just bobbing along and life is happening to you, that's going to leave you feeling a certain way. It left me feeling very, very empty, very, very unfulfilled and stagnant. I needed to build that resilience muscle. As soon as I realized it was a muscle, it was a skill set that I could build and develop, I was straight on it. It's just changing how you see challenges. See them as opportunities for growth. It is the gate that you have to go through, that fear of change, that fear of the unknown. You have to go through that gate to grow. And the more we lean into it, the better things become. And then we tie this into the mindset. So how do then we actually build up resilience? So let's just tie this all in here. So you've got an identity. An identity is how you see yourself. Now, if you're listening to this on audio, just imagine there's a clock face. And right now we're at 12 o'clock. And at 12 o'clock, there's a little circle. And that circle says identity. It's your I am statements. So I am statements you say to yourself, not when you're with friends, like, oh, I'm amazing, I'm this. These are statements when you're in the shower alone, when you're in the car alone, or when you're at home on the sofa alone. And that little voice says, I'm not good enough. I'm useless. I'm ugly. That is your identity. But I'm going to hypothesize. It's not just your identity. It's your lie identity. So many of us are living a life that's a lie based on opinions of people that didn't believe in us from early ages. So we've built up this lie identity. I'm not smart enough. I'm not skinny enough. I'm not big enough muscle-wise. My chest's not big enough. My bum's not big enough. All these lies. I've got the wrong hair color. I'm the wrong height. Whatever it is, it's a lie that we've taken on as our lie identity, and we wear it like a badge. We wear it like tattoos under our skin, and it filters everything. Because from the clock face, we go from 1 o'clock to from 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock. We've then got our thoughts. This lie identity that we've got, these I am statements, lead to our thoughts. And if we've got these negative lies running through our mind, planted in our subconscious, determining our programming is negative, more than likely the thoughts we're going to have or the thoughts that we give attention to are going to be negative. And then over time, that then leads to our beliefs, because beliefs are just thoughts that you keep on thinking. That is what a belief is. A belief has no factual proof. If it did, it would be a fact, not a belief. And you believe things about your skill set, your capabilities, your life, your future that are not true. They are thoughts that you've kept on thinking due to your negative identity programming. Now, let's move along the clock face. We're now about at 4 o'clock. We've then got our feelings and emotions. So we have a negative identity that leads to negative thoughts, which then leads to us feeling a certain way, because our feelings come from our thoughts. If you're not sure what you're thinking, how you're feeling will tell you. It's impossible to be thinking of bunny rabbits and unicorns and feeling negative. It doesn't work. So if you're feeling negative, if you're feeling low, if you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling depressed, understand you must be thinking negative thoughts, and especially when it comes to that depression or the anxiety. If you've got that deep-rooted subconscious programming from that lie identity, that is going to be the root of it all. Spoiler alert. So it's negative identity, these are negative thoughts, and these feelings and emotions which aren't helping us. Then as we're moving from 4 o'clock, we're going to about 6 or 7 o'clock, actions that we take. If we're feeling a certain way, if we believe we're not good enough, if we feel like we can't do something, if we're not energetic, if we're not feeling confident, we're going to take negative or no action. Negative or no action. Which then, if we move to 8 o'clock, that then leads to the results, which will be non-existent or poor, below par, which then over time take us to 10 o'clock at night, confirmation of the lie identity. This is the circle of life. This is how it works. The lie identity feeds your thoughts. Your thoughts then become beliefs. Your beliefs then lead to your feelings and your emotions, which then determine the action or the lack of action that you take. The lack of action that you take then determines the results that you get in your life. If the results in your life are poor, that will then confirm to you the lie identity that you've been told your entire life. This is why resilience is so important. And it changes with your mindset. It changes with your thoughts. Because when we have new thoughts, we have new ideas. With new ideas gives us choice. That's all we ultimately want. We want a new choice. And so many of us don't know that we have a choice. Even not doing anything is a choice. But to change and unpick these lies, we have to do different things. If you keep doing the same things, you're going to expect the same results. If nothing changes, then nothing changes. But new thoughts lead to new choices. New choices lead to new empowering feelings, which then lead to us taking new empowered action that gives us new results. Then over time, we create the identity that we ultimately want. We become the person that we want to be. This is what I work on with my clients. This is what I take people through in the Ascend coaching program. It's a very high level view of it. But we've all heard that saying, change your thoughts, change your life. That is true. We hear it all over social media and TikTok, all of these amazing things, yet we don't realize how true they actually are. Change your thoughts, change your life. Hey guys, if you're enjoying this video, please smash that thumbs up button. It helps with the YouTube algorithm to get the video out there to help more people that may need to hear this message. If you don't want to miss any future episodes, hit that subscription button. And now back to the episode. Don't think, what am I doing wrong? Oh, I've done something wrong. What have I done wrong? Don't think, what am I doing wrong? Instead, think, where is my thinking off? Where do I need to change my thinking? Because when you change your thinking, that's when you truly become empowered. You change your thinking. Because your thinking will change your feelings. Your feelings will then change how you show up and take action. So don't think, what are you doing? Don't think, what am I doing wrong? No. What are you thinking? Where's your thinking off? Your thinking changes everything. But people are afraid to fail. But failure is the only experience that's going to push you to the next level. People don't realize this. It's impossible to push on and develop if you don't fail. Because if you haven't failed, you haven't tried. There's a simple formula. Pain plus reflection equals progress. Whenever you fail at something, don't sit in the pain. Reflect, learn, and grow. Make progress. This is how it works. The failure is what pushes you to the next level. That's experience that you need. That's experience that you've been waiting for. You need that resilience to bounce forward and emerge enhanced. Think of someone that you idolize, whether it's a musician, whether it's a sports athlete, whoever, business person. They did not become the person they are now overnight. They developed the skill set of resilience. They pushed forward and they failed. When they failed, they reflected on why they failed. They built their resilient muscle and they progressed moving forward. That's how you develop. That's how you grow. You ask yourself the right questions. What could I have done differently? What would I have changed? What have I learned from this? You don't sit in the pain of what's gone wrong. You dust yourself off as soon as possible. You get back on that bike and you move forward. You keep on pedaling, you reflect, and you make the progress. Because it's impossible to fail if you learn from the experience, because by definition, you change the wording. It's not failure. If you learn from it, that failure becomes a lesson. You literally change the definition. It becomes a lesson. It's only a failure if you do something, you fail at it, and then you stop. That then is a failure. If you reflect, learn and grow, it's not a failure. It is then a lesson. It enables you to become enhanced, meaning next time you're faced with the same situation, you won't make the same mistakes. That's a lesson, not a failure. That's a learning experience. And that's a learning experience that qualifies you to keep progressing, to keep becoming the person that you know that you want to be, or more importantly, the person that you know you deserve to be. It's a big difference, by the way, of failing at something and being a failure. Very, very powerful distinction. Just because you do fail at something, even if we are learning from it, that does not make you a failure. You as a human being are not a failure. Maybe the actions that you took, the thinking that you took, that failed you, but you are not a failure. Resilience ultimately comes down to this. It's a great analogy. You've got a weed and an orchid. Orchids are beautiful flowers. They look so beautiful. They are so pretty. They're amazing. But they are absolutely pathetic. They need the perfect light, perfect water, perfect temperature. All the conditions need to be perfect for it to live. You need to be a weed. You need to thrive and survive. No matter what people try and do, no matter how many people try and rip you up from the ground, you keep on going. Be a weed, not an orchid. Thrive and survive. Emerge enhanced from all these experiences. When life tries to knock you down, get back up again. Develop that skill of resilience. Keep on building it. Keep on going. If you've taken any value from today's episode, don't forget to like and share it with a friend. Until next time, take it easy.